nothing to chance and work assiduously to ensure the construction and commissioning of the remaining inland dry ports in the country. Executive Secretary, Nigerian Shippers Council, Barrister Pius Akutah, assured Nigerians during his visits to the project site of Erumu Inland Dry Port in Oyo State. His visit is coming few weeks after the commissioning of the Funtua Inland Dry Port in Katsina State. Barrister Akutah's visit to Erumu Inland Dry Port is our focus this week on the shipper. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the program. I'll be back shortly.
Nigerian Shippers Council, they to serve you well. No matter the problem, we go solve them for you.
Yes, so the Nigerian Shippers Council, they feel in a parole now for every level. And as soon as goods, they move from port A, go enter port B with a measure within on a needle. For the Nigerian Shippers Council, we don't sharp proper to fit hear you wella, work with you wella, and help you fit serve your customers them better, no matter where them day. As we country port economic regulator, the Nigerian Shippers Council get every now to fit make government consider the problem where shippers them they face. Visit we office for number 4 or to buy your daily show your daily. Papa, email us for nsc@shipperscouncil.gov.ng. We website now www.shipperscouncil.gov.ng.
For you, we dey gidigba.
Nigerian Shippers Council with the meeting now for the port of Nani.
The program you are watching is The Shipper, brought to you by Nigerian Shippers Council, the nation's port economic regulator. Thanks for joining us. My name is Abike Ido. The Chief Executive Officer, Nigerian Shippers Council, Barrister Pius Akutah, was on a fact-finding mission to Erumu Inland Dry Port, Oyo State, to establish the cause of the delay in the construction and completion of the project that has been abandoned for over 2 decades. He met with the concessionaire and other stakeholders where he pledged government support to facilitate the development of that facility. Oluwasegun Aluko covered that meeting and put together this report presented by Ifeanyiwa Okonkwo.
The concept of inland dry ports in the country was conceived by the Nigerian Shippers Council. It was primarily to decongest the seaports, especially those in Lagos, and bring shipping closer to the hinterlands. Inland dry ports is being promoted and facilitated on the basis of build, own, operate and transfer (BOOT) under the Public-Private Partnership Agreement. 7 locations were slated for the construction of the inland dry ports in the country. They are Funtua in Katsina State, Isialangwa in Abia State, Erumu in Oyo State, Ipang in Plateau State, Dala in Kano State, Jauri, Borno State, and Kaduna Inland Dry Port. This visit by the NSC boss, accompanied by some top management staff of the council to Erumu Inland Dry Port, was to ascertain the progress of work at the site. It was an open interaction that afforded the Chief Executive Officer the opportunity to obtain first-hand information on the cause of delay and challenges affecting the smooth development of the dry ports.
You will recall that recently the Funtua Inland Dry Port was commissioned by Mr. President. And shortly after that, the Honorable Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, His Excellency Adegboyega Oyetola, directed that the President has instructed firmly that all the other inland dry ports should quickly be looked into with the aim to facilitating their quick development. So, we are here not to speak too much grammar, but we are here to see what we can do to carry out the order, the directive of Mr. President, to ensure that work returns here and these activities go on here to the completion and commissioning of this port. The concessionaires are here. We will talk afterwards, after we take a brief look at what is put on ground already. And then we will return back to the office and then call all of us together to see what is the way forward. And this will be done in a very short time.
The Elerumu of Erumu expressed delight at the visit, but lamented the delay in the development of the project, which he said has forced most farmers in the community into untold hardship. He told the ES that many of these farmers had thought that the project would have been completed long ago and provided job opportunities for many young people in the community. He urged Barrister Akutah to use his good office to look into the causes of delay and find a lasting solution to the problem so that construction can resume at the site as soon as possible.
I was here 23 years ago when we gathered here to launch this dry port just as a young boy then. Till now, nothing tangible has been done. Part of the cooperation of the community is the donation of the land, because the government came and they acquired 300 hectares of land. And since then, most of our people, farmers, they have been put on begging role. I really congratulate you too that in your time, we are here again to see the beginning of good things that are coming to Eromo community. You are welcome, and I promise that the 100% cooperation of our people here will be given.
One issue that has affected the construction of the ports is lack of sufficient funds by private partners. A representative of the concessionaire, Catamaran Logistics, highlighted other challenges but assured the ES that the private partner was ready to work with the council and the community to resume work as soon as possible.
I've been following up to ensure that the Eromo ICD here in Ibadan is able to take off. So we are glad that we have this opportunity of meeting you as the new ES. We even sent in a letter just some time ago just to show you our presence. And we are glad that both the community and the Nigerian Shippers Council are showing the zeal that is required to ensure that this ICD begins to take off in a short while.
Oba James Odeniro, the Alakinyele of Akinyele, appreciated the federal government and assured the ES of his community's full support. He also asked for local residents to be considered for job opportunities in the inland dry port project once completed.
In Nigeria, there is federal character which is enshrined in Nigerian Constitution. And here, what the federal character means here, Section 14.3 implied that the whole community should benefit with either minimum of 30%. When you talk about whether appointment, whether any other thing, the host communities will benefit 30%. We believe the federal characters will put in consideration. Now, we want to inform you, we are blessed in this community. We are appealing for any job that maybe in consulting services, we have some registered consultants who are registered with the CSC. They have their own certificate. Please, when it comes to that, please have it in mind to consider our sons and daughters who are consultants.
After inspecting the site, Barrister Pius Akutah made it categorically clear that government is determined to bring the project to fruition, hence the need to dialogue with the concessionaire to explore areas of government intervention.
We believe that with the concessionaires agreeing with us, and if they are capable of the investment or not, we agree to either bring new investors to join hands with them, but this work must be done because it is a directive of Mr. President and the Honorable Minister of Marine and Blue Economy. So, well, not much has been done, but the commitment of government is that it should be done.
The Executive Secretary of the NSC also met with a group of maritime stakeholders comprising Oyo Shippers Association, Osun Shippers Association, Ondo Shippers Association, and Kwara Shippers Association. It was an opportunity for the various stakeholders to present their challenges to the Council, while the President of Osun Shippers Association requested the Council's support to complete Dagbolu Inland Dry Ports. His counterpart from Kwara, Mr. Sikiru Alabi, wants government to create an enabling environment for their businesses to thrive.
We read it sometimes about the proposed industrial park allocated to Osun State. That of the north, a town behind Kaduna, and that of the east, Newi. we will implore you to visit us. We will implore you to assist us because we can do little. We are not a politician. We are captains of a different industry. We are hoping that the importance of establishing Nigeria Shippers Council will be materialized in Osun State when everything has been put in proper place.
All the allocations you marked for us, the vehicle transit park, cargo terminal, container freight terminal, nothing is working. Nothing have come. The zonal officers have done a lot by coming to Lawrence several times and meeting the organization in charge, that's Harmony Holdings. They have been writing the governor, but no definite reply. So, sir, we need your assistance. As done here last 2 years when we came here. That's why the inland tripod is now moving now. This last CEO came down, was able to talk to the governor. So this have a real effect. So this program, that's why the inland port is, the dry port is now moving gradually. I hope in the next few years it will be completed.
The president of Oyo Shippers Association, Mrs. Elizabeth Olariwaju, appealed for stakeholders to be involved in decision-making. She further requested for processing terminals and facilities to be built close to train stations to minimize transportation costs and logistics challenges.
If you look at where the whole train station is in Dubai, which is where I have acquired as a company to practice from before all these changes took place. And we also did at Erumu as a company again, we have a place there. And things change again, they said it's Olo Shaoko. It affects us as practitioners. If we can have facilities the way we see it when we go to US, if you take in a container into US, they have facility that you use temporarily and pay for it. Why not looking at proximity? Having facility close to those stations, and we're able to work from such environment. We are not saying give us free. You are only giving it to us. The same way you concession to those people who are working there is the same way you concession us to have it. And we get facility to prepare those environments so that the people in those villages will now be employed into such environments.
You know that Ondo State has the deep sea port. Are you aware of it? Before the last administration, Buhari granted 2 deep sea ports, one in Lekki, one Ondo State. Ondo State, as you know, we have the longest coastal line, and the sea there is very deep. I was amazed about 2 months ago. A ship came to Lekki with almost 1,500 containers. They could not berth in Apapa, they could only berth in Lekki. And I want that type of ship to come to Ondo State.
The Executive Secretary, NSC, Barrister Akutah, and his team also met with staff of the Nigerian Shippers Council Southwest Zonal Coordinating Office, Ibadan. The Deputy Director of the Southwest Zonal Coordinating Office, Alhaji Garba Muhammad, provided a brief overview of the office, its area offices, and its mode of operation. He informed the team of the challenges and achievements of the coordinating office, which include the ongoing development of inland dry ports at Eremu and Olori Shaoko, Oyo State, and truck transit park at Ore, Ondo State, Ogere, Ogun State, and Jeba, Kwara State.
Core activities of the Southwest Zonal Coordinating Office to facilitate and monitor the development of inland dry ports in the zone, facilitate and monitor the development of VTAs, identify and register shipping services providers, users, and other relevant stakeholders in the Southwest Zone. Spearhead the formation of Shippers Association and coordinate Shippers Association activities in Southwest Zone. Continuously and regularly, we visit and interact with stakeholders in the zone. In the discharge of Council's regulatory mandate, the zone receives and addresses stakeholders' complaints and inquiries on a continuous basis.
Barrister Akutah acknowledged the significance of the Zonal Coordinating Office, stating that a lot of activities are taking place in the zone. He stressed the need for the Council to intensify efforts, pledging the management support to achieve the objectives and goals of the Zonal Office. He further stated that concession agreements for the project would undergo scrutiny for potential revision. He thanked the staff of the Coordinating Office and assured them that changes will be implemented within a short time.
This is a zone that is highly industrialized, and import and export activities are fully in place here in this zone. So we need to step up our game. We need this office to also be properly taken care of. In a short while, we'll look at all the concession agreements involving all these IDPs and these VTAs and see whether or not we need to review them. And that review will be done in order to push those who are involved, all the critical stakeholders, in actualizing them to the table so that we can begin to actualize this project.
The year's visit to Erumu Inland Dry Port demonstrates a renewed commitment to accelerating the development of inland dry ports and other key infrastructure projects. Collaboration between the Council, stakeholders and host community is crucial for the success of the projects. The operational inland dry ports will bring significant economic benefits to the regions and contribute to the diversification of the Nigerian economy.
Presently, 3 out of the 7 inland dry ports have been completed. They are Dala in Kano, Funtua in Katsina, and Kaduna inland dry ports. Others are at various stages of completion. With the renewed commitment of the federal government, it is hoped that the entire project will become a dream come true very soon. Oluwasegun Aluko is standing by with news making the rounds in the maritime world. Over to you, Shegun.
Thank you, Abike, and hello, viewers. Today on Tidbit, we have stories that are sure to pique your interest. Let's dive right in. Youth Corps members and interns at the Nigerian Shippers Council, NSC, have presented an award of excellence to Executive Secretary, Chief Executive Officer, NSC, Barrister Akutah Pius, MON, in recognition of his goodwill in approving a 100% increase in their allowances following a review by a committee led by Mr. David Ona. Ona praised Barrister Akutah's support and responsiveness, highlighting a positive impact the raise will have on their performance.
The previous allowance that we used to get here, when we get it that time, we're not really proud of getting that. So we wrote a proposal and we submitted it to him. And he accepted the proposal, he approved it, and he increased our salary. And since then onwards, it has been like a personal motivation for me because now I'm more motivated to work, given the fact that at the end of the month, I'll get a tangible amount of money, and that money can be used after my service in Nigerian Shippers Council.
Apart from being a member of the committee, we have always projected Nigerian Shippers Council as one of the formidable regulating agencies that you have to reckon with. With the new ES, Barrister Pius Akutah, he has been, on the long run, he has been working so hard to reform the Nigerian Shippers Council, and we are so glad, we are happy that this thing is coming to reality.
Firstly, I would like to thank the Executive Secretary for the increments in our salary. Based on the increments, at least we have some things to save up for ourselves.
Barrister Akutah acknowledged the valuable contribution of the trainees to the council, highlighting the role of the National Youth Service Corps in introducing fresh graduates to the public sector. He stressed the council's significance in the Nigerian's non-oil economy, urging continued dedication from the Youth Corps members.
Our foreign exchange is majorly coming from one source, which is the oil export. But today, we are looking at diversification of the economy, which has been one of the things that have been sung, one song that we have been singing over the years. And the good thing is that you happen to be at the Shippers Council at a time like this. Take it that this is like a learning process for you to have a feel of what it is to work in the public sector. Learn whatever you can learn and take something out with you when you are living here.
The Nigerian Shippers Council, NSC, recently embarked on a comprehensive corporate social responsibility initiative in Benue State. Led by Director Special Duties Alhaji Mustafa Zubairu and Director North Central Coordinating Office Ahmed Yaza, the NSC team visited various institutions across the state, including schools, healthcare center, and a cooperative society. Educational materials and essential items were donated during the visit. This multifaceted CSR initiative showcases the Nigerian Shippers Council's commitment to giving back and creating positive change in the communities, going beyond shipping industry concerns to invest in education, healthcare, and overall well-being in Benue State. We encourage all maritime stakeholders to visit our website www.shipperscouncil.gov.ng for details on our services and to report any grievances they may encounter. Additionally, we implore all users and providers of port services to register with the Council at registration.shipperscouncil.gov.ng. Failure to register will attract penalties. While there have been no complaints in the past week, it's important to remember the significance of reporting any issues you encounter. Being aware of problems enables us to address them and to improve the overall experience in the industry. Now, let's turn our attention to advancement in the global maritime industry. South Korea has marked a milestone in marine research with the commissioning of their first domestically built geophysical exploration vessel. This state-of-the-art ship, owned by Korea Institute of Geoscience and Mineral Resources and built by HJ Shipbuilding and Construction, boasts advanced features like an ice-class hull, dynamic positioning and noise control, allowing exploration in various environments. Equipped with 35 different types of research equipment, the vessel promises to propel South Korea's involvement in global scientific exploration and resource discovery. Moving forward, Lloyd's Register and Guangzhou Shipyard International are designing the world's biggest very large ammonia carrier with a capacity of 100,000 cubic meters. This innovative ship will use a secure International Maritime Organization Type B tank for ammonia transportation. This project aligns with the growing use of ammonia, a potential clean energy source, in power generation. Ammonia's advantage lies in its existing infrastructure for production and its capacity to store more energy than methanol. In a similar development, COSCO Shipping Holdings is taking a big step towards greener shipping by upgrading 4 of their new 16,180 TEU container ships to run on methanol dual fuel instead of just traditional fuel. This will significantly reduce emissions and help COSCO comply with stricter environmental regulations. The upgrades will take place between November 2025 and June 2026. This decision reflects COSCO's commitment to long-term sustainability in the shipping industry. And that's it on Tidbits for this week.
From A to B, from A to B, from north to south, from north to south, from east to west, from east to west, from port to port, from port to port. You can ship your goods and feel good too. Oh yeah, Nigerian Shippers Council, we meet you at the point of your need.
The Nigerian Shippers Council is now better poised with responsive systems in place to help you and other shippers get seamless, stress-free transition for your clients' goods from point A to B. Today at the Nigerian Shippers Council, timeliness, orderliness, transparency, and efficiency is all we care about. Put your complaint through to our helpline. Visit us at number 4 Ayodele Shoyode Lane, Apapa, Lagos, or reach us on www.shipperscouncil.gov.ng.
Nigerian Shippers Council, we meet you at the point of your need.
Nigerian Shippers Council, we meet you at the port of your needs.
Thanks for joining the Shipper. As we close, brace yourself for a sea change. The Nigerian Shippers Council is going paperless, promising smoother waters ahead. Just like splicing the main brace, this shift will make operations faster and easier for all hands on deck. Stay tuned for more maritime updates next time. Fair winds and a hearty toast until then. Goodbye.